says Baby Yoda is based on Gremlins? I think Gremlins was based on Yoda. I got Mecha. Ooh, she's causing trouble again. And who are you? Why are you here?
I'm off-camera Rob, and I'm here to lend insight
to more Baby Yoda Gremlins Yoda design. Kerfuffle. This sounds like a bunch of professional jealousy and hooey. Doesn't it? Gremlins?
That was the working title, Gremlins.
The Gremlins record. Well, I knew it was supposed to be like a horror movie originally. Gremlins creator Joe Dante has accused the Mandalorian creators of shamelessly copying his design for Gizmo to create Grogu, aka Baby Yoda, aka the cutest little baby in the world. He's so cute.
Just say Baby Yoda, please.
It's just Baby Yoda. Baby Gogurt, little Baby Gogurt. Okay, so Baby Yoda has a beak and jagged ears and fur.
Well, clearly,
you put water on him and he bursts little pods out of his back and.
Well, clearly they're saying because look, they both have big ears.
So do cats.
Yeah. And they both have big eyes, so clearly they're the same.
Clearly they're the same thing. Let's take a look at the article here. Feuding with Star Wars over shamelessly copying Grogu. That just sounds like a bunch of professional jealousy to me. Like he's what, jealous that Gizmo is no longer the cutest little thing ever?
Hey, well, I haven't made a movie in how long?
Did somebody get in his ear and say, "Oh, you should get after him. They're copying you. They copied you." Really? Because
Hey Joe, that Yoda thing looks a lot like your gremlin.
You know what though? It looks a lot like Yoda too. And Yoda, as far as I know, didn't Yoda come first?
Yoda came.
Not Return of the Jedi. Empire Strikes Back had Yoda, so that was what, 70?
That was
9?
81. They filmed in 79.
Yeah, 79. When did Gremlins come out? 84.
Released in 80, and Gremlins came out in 84. I saw it. I know because I saw it on the same night as Ghostbusters.
Creator Joe Dante accuses Mandalorian creators of shamelessly copying his Mogwai design for Gizmo to create the show's scene-stealing character Grogu. I mean, by that, then he's a copy of the little baby of Not the Mama from Dinosaurs and every other cute little thing that's been in a show ever in existence or movie. As reported by Variety, Dante recently reflected on the enduring popularity of his 1984 horror comedy Gremlins and his 1990 sequel, telling the San Francisco Chronicle that he pinned success of the franchise on Gizmo. He recognizes that the same could be said for the Mandalorian's pint-sized star Baby Yoda, who he thinks is a blatant ripoff of Mogwai. Really?
You know what Mogwai actually means? Yeah, in Chinese it means devil. So, obviously they look exactly the same. That's Yaddle.
That's Yaddle. It's Yoda and Yaddle. That was supposed to be the rumored mama of Baby Yoda. I mean, speaking of Yoda, clearly he's a design of an offspring of the Yoda species alien, which I always said looked like cats. I was always under the impression he looked like a cat more. But I know I crossed my E.T. and Yoda mythos, and I know that E.T. was created based on like cat designs at one point because of how he does his head stuff. Mm-hmm. And Yoda, let's see. Yoda's based on one of the greatest minds of all time, according to her magazine. Albert Einstein. Is Mogwai and Albert Einstein?
Now, according to Mental Floss, special effects artist and Star Wars Stuart Freeborn revealed that makes no sense.
Star Wars Stuart Freeborn revealed he was inspired by a poster of Albert Einstein hanging in his office. For the face, he used the eyes and wrinkles to create Yoda's final look. Well, that's one of them. Mm-hmm. The final step was to transformation was Frank Oz. The puppet should have no jaw fitted. All right, so that's part of it.
He doesn't have a jaw fitting. Yeah, look, he's kind of squishy in the jaw.
He is kind of squishy. So the baby version of that would clearly be a furry little brown Mogwai.
Yeah. Originally conceived artist drawing Ralph McQuarrie.
It's funny that it looks more like yogurt from Spaceballs, doesn't he?
Merchandising.
Please, don't make a fuss.
Yeah, it does. I mean, well, there's Luke, very familiar.
Yeah.
The little hut he's in looks very familiar, but Yoda is. He does look more like a cat, almost like a Caitian. You know, like the patience. You know, so I mean, yeah, you know, listen, concept art goes through several steps before the final.
He always had pointy ears and wrinkles. Here's the thing, though. The regular Yoda.
Well, and it says Stuart Freeborn was actually came with the final design.
Yeah. I always thought he looked more like a cat because the way his head was, though. And I never really compared the two. I mean, Baby Yoda looks more like a Funko Pop than Gizmo. I mean, if anything, Gizmo, you know, if you can say that Gizmo was that Baby Yoda was ripped off of Gizmo, then you can clearly say that Gizmo was ripping off Yoda.
Guess what? Everything is ripped off from everything.
If it weren't for someone plagiarizing the honeymooners,
there's nothing new under the sun.
We wouldn't have the Flintstones.
And I mean, we do have an actual answer to what Baby Yoda was inspired by. E.T. E.T. He was inspired by crapping E.T. It was a ripoff of E.T. Hence the cat thing where my brain went to in the first place.
Dave Filoni drew a sketch of what he said was like, you know, parallels to Michelangelo's creation of Adam and E.T. So yeah, really, so I mean, so listen, let me look up
E.T. origin.
Oh look, see, gangly arms. There you go, original concept from. Oh my God, that is horrifying.
That looks a lot more like an ET that's gonna visit you, though. Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna drag you away in the middle of the night. Right. It looks like something's gonna drag Cartman away in the middle of the night. Give him a probe.
Just give him pointy ears and he's Yoda.
Screw you guys.
Or at least Baby Yoda. So I don't think they were thinking of Gizmo. I think they were thinking, how do we make a Funko Pop version of Yoda?
Yeah.
To sell to people.
How do we make something as cute as possible to sell that's impossible to hate unless you're a certain somebody?
Well, they don't count.
Well, like I said, this looks more horrifying. Yeah, it's not surprising. Like every sci-fi property goes through several steps of evolution, iterations before. I could have
sworn, maybe in my dimension.
Well, Rick Baker won an Academy Award for his work on American Werewolf in London. He did the Gremlins and Gremlins too.
So they are related in ripping off everything.
Animation is built on plagiarism.
Original plan was to make a spooky sequel to Close Encounters. Yeah.
Yeah, E.T. was a horror movie. Which is why it looked all creepy and. See, in my dimension, they were basing it part of his design on cats and how his head moved.
Well, yeah.
And how his face was.
Well, look at the big.
Because that's just a shaved cat head.
Yeah, pretty much.
With no ears.
Someone probably had a Mexican hairless. No, really, I'm being totally serious. Somebody's probably had it somewhere along the line. Had a Mexican hairless.
Look what you did to Mr. Bigglesworth.
Baby Yoda looks more like this than a gremlin, or than Gizmo, than Mogwai. I mean, maybe he looks more like a gremlin.
Like a fully formed gremlin.
Yeah, not like a Mogwai. I mean, he's nothing like him. You don't get him wet or not feed him after midnight. I mean, he can eat all the time. He's basically Zabu. Yeah. He just eats. Food for me, food for me, food for me. No. I remember seeing the original.
He's chubbier.
The original concept art.
And look, he's chubbier there. And he's a little creepier there. Yeah. So, I mean...
Like, this right here was the closest to the concept art that that I remember seeing back when we first saw talks of it, where...
That actually is probably very close to the final version.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you take a look, I mean, there's actually the first couple. I mean, that is, yeah...
First look design of Baby Yoda. Here we go.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
I think it's just a nothing burger of professional jealousy, and it just kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth that he would say that, because, I mean, other than the big ears, and he's cute.
Well, I'm going to go for nothing burger at Carl's.
That sounds good. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
Huckleberry Hound, Chief Wiggum, Yogi Bear, Andy Griffith, Edward G. Robinson, Art Carney.